What is that one step that is going to change your life completely? This is a time bound message, and it is from your spirit team, it is from your higher self. And if you can hear the background noise in this video, there's fireworks going on outside my window, and I just feel this one step is just going to move you into that celebration. And in whatever aspects that you feel blocked or stagnant now, and you know that you're so close but you're not able to point your finger at what it is that you have to do at this point. So bear with me and my background noise while I channel guidance, and this is something that you already know. You're just going to listen to it through my voice and just know it in your heart that this is something that you have to do, and it's going to change your life completely. So we're going to take some cards, and I'm just going to meditate and get some messages, and we start the reading. I want you to just tune into the frequency. Just listen, just be quiet, just focus your attention on your heart, and just believe that whatever is the message for you will come through. Just trust yourself. I see the first card. We're going to take one more card. The bunch of cards coming out for you. I'm just really making sure that I get called the right card. So we have these three cards. I'm going to pull three more cards. Okay, so we have wonders, fulfillment, and patience. I'm going to take three more cards. I'm really not sure how loud my background noise is, because I'm really talking loud because it's that noisy outside. Very interesting card. Soulmate. Yeah, hope we can see. Okay. Yeah, this is a real celebration outside. We have gossip. And we have guilt. Okay. I'm going to place it right here so you can see what the card is. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and really meditate, and just let's all tune in to the frequency of the messages that is coming through, and I'm going to restart the video with the messages that came through. Okay, so I got very clear messages, and at one point I got like two different messages, so I really want to be sure what the card meant in order to guide me to the right one that might resonate with the people who are listening. So it is so interesting how things come together. So here we have guilt, gossip, and soulmate. So definitely you are someone who is either being given the responsibility, or being the good person that you are, you've taken a lot more work than you should be, and you are basically doing a lot for another person, or it could be a group of people, but you also somehow carry a guilt. Now at times you feel that you're aware that you are maybe doing so much for them, you're also doing the work that other people should do themselves by themselves, but you are basically taking it upon you. But whenever you don't, and you set a boundary or you stand up, you also have that guilt somewhere, right? And this card is interesting because here we have this this lady who's tied to a chain, right? She's tied to a chain. She obviously has a lot of limitations, and she is doing she's doing something, and but you see her state of mind. It's almost like she has agreed to this situation, right? And we have someone in the background who is basically wasting away their lives. But even if that she is restrained, she is carrying on with whatever duty that she has to do, or she has taken it upon herself. If you are someone like this at work, or at home, or in a relationship, know that you can let go of the people that do not listen to you or do not understand you, right? And it is time to let go of some of those toxic behaviors, some of those toxic relationships. And you don't have to uh, go and have an argument or put your foot down. I mean, you can just take your time back, right? You can work with whatever. If it's at work, you can work with whatever is defined as your responsibilities and see where your time is going. Otherwise, if it's a relationship, you can have a communication. It need not be like a argument or a fight, or something dramatic, but I think you can just, the first step and the main step for you to do, and this is the key action for you, is to really sit down and understand if you feel this way. You have that guilt that is coming up, right? And you ask, if why am I having this guilt, right? So just that is your starting point. And when I first saw the card, somehow I felt that it's the same person involved here in sort of a gossip. Um, could be like you are surrounded by people who either takes like a heavy mental toll on you, or you feel like the center of the gossip, and you somehow, that is the reason why you feel that you will have to do extra work, right, in order to belong or be part of the group. And this can also work in a family setup, right? If you are in a relationship, or if you're in a family that you feel, in order to like actually get accepted, or for people to understand who you truly are, you need to just continue with the same amount of work or the same behavior that you put forth, maybe even before you started knowing these people well, right? We're all very civil and polite when we get to know people, because that's how relationship builds, and a conversation start. But then you start realizing some of the attributes, and then that maybe you have to set boundaries, right? But you are not able to, and you continue being that kind and good and polite person, and you either become the center of that gossip, or you don't want to be that, and then you continue carrying the guilt somehow, and doing all that extra work and carrying the burden. um, so this could be something that you are currently going through. And here, this card, soulmate, um, what I feel, and is in line with what I think the author of the deck also talking about, is more on knowing your truth, right? I mean, if you're with a soulmate, without a bad karmic relationship, if you're with a soulmate that is truly supporting and loving you, you would have the freedom to speak your truth, right? The same way, even if this is not a relationship situation for you, speaking your truth, knowing love, knowing that you have the freedom to be you and still get the love, right, or still get the respect, in whatever scenario that is resonating with you. So I think this card talks about that. So I think the one step that is really stopping you, and you already know it, right? It is not something that I'm telling you. I know you probably wouldn't have put it into these words, but if this is something that is holding you back, I think the first step is to get rid of that guilt, or your decision to like continue with that responsibility or burden. You need to drop that, right? And you just need to know that this is not something that is real. They hold no power over you, and you're not supposed to be scared. Or if you're kind of pressurized to continue in a group where you feel that you have grown as a person and matured, but the group hasn't, and there's a lot of gossip and unwanted drama, and you really do not know how to step out of it, right? And you carry a guilt if you step out of it. These are friends, colleagues, family members that you have been close with, but now it's time to step out. I think starting with removing that feeling and working with in whichever way that you want to approach that, set boundaries, I think that's a starting point that will change your life completely. And get into this energy of if you are right? I mean, if you had all the energy of the soulmate, how would you how would you talk, and how would you react around them, right? You have that freedom, you have that love, and you have that truth, and the freedom to speak that truth. And that's the energy that you're going to keep as a goal. Coming to these cards, um, I think you really have, like, something, could be something small, but you really have few aspects in your life. Could be a person, could be anything. It could also be material things in your life that I think, because of all these noise, you're not able to see, and you know that you have, you can be happy about it, that you appreciate it, but there's so much things that you have to handle. You feel that maybe you're not even, like, worth having that in your life, right? It could be something small, but it is to really recognize that wonder, and however small it is, and to really have that gratitude. When I saw this first card, even though it said wonders, gratitude is something that I heard. So sometimes I think, even though we know that we should be, we have gratitude for it, because of all the noise, like, deep down we know, but we don't consciously say that, hey, this is something that I am really grateful to have. And so I want you to look for things in your life that you're really grateful for, right? And this is not to justify any of this, not to say that, hey, I know the situation is bad, but I'm grateful that they are, being kind to me. I'm not talking about this situation. There's something else which is hidden. You see how this crystal is hidden, right? Partially hidden. Is something that you probably need to get into the vibration of and start feeling gratitude, right? So it's very important that you distinguish between these two. I'm talking about something that is not visible to you at the moment, that you need to really introspect and see what is something that is bringing joy that you have not thought about or brought into the surface yet. And I think once you start clearing all of this, and patience, it's a very beautiful card, and it will unfold, right? And you are sometimes, and deep down that this is something that you have to work out of, and you have to work out and come out of. But there is also that sense of there is no time, or this is how it's going to be, right? There's no hope, and you feel that this is how the situation is going to continue. So I want you to figure out what this is, and really have patience that things will change. When I say patience, I also want to really say hope and confidence that things are going to change. Now this card, fulfillment, right? I want you to I want to read what is given in the guidebook, because I think it also covers the point that came as messages. um, Fulfillment is at hand. No matter what is occurring in your life, put your attention on what is splendid. Just so beautiful that this card is actually talking about that splendid, pleasurable thing in your life that you need to put attention to. um, Fill your life with people, experiences, and places that give you delight. Let go of people and things that don't feel empowering and that drag your energy down. This is just articulated so well what I wanted to say. You no longer need to put the needs of others ahead of your own needs. Precisely what this card is explaining. This is what happens when you. I really want to thank, I think, whoever this message is resonating with. You have definitely, with your intention, tapped into the frequency, and we have together, got these cards and messages. So I'm going to repeat that again. You no longer need to put the needs of others ahead of your own needs, and experience and embrace life in all its permutations. I'm going to stop there, and I'm just going to wish you all the best. You seem like a very good person, a beautiful person. I'm getting that energy, and I know what it is to get stuck here, and I know how desperate it is to reach this point where you really feel that comfortable and that cherished and in love and beautiful, not just in relationship, right, in any scenario in your everyday life. And somehow this card is just, I feel like this crystal is getting bigger and bigger, making it visible in your mind right now. um, I wish you good luck, and I want to send a lot of love and light. Thanks for watching.